Awesome. Okay, so a couple announcements. We were not going to announce this until June 1, but the cat's out of the bag. And this is a great time to be getting in Messenger about it. I'm freaking pumped because one of my best girls, Layla Brindle, came back from this executive comeback promo, and Nu Skin is so good. For those of you guys that are new, for those of you guys that have been in this business for a while, our company is so good and they treat us so well. And they have our backs always. And so they announced today that starting June 1, so we've got a couple days, but starting June 1st, they are going to do an executive comeback promo. This is for any and all executives that have ever been in this business, that did the business with us and they fell off. There are different reasons why people fall off. There's different seasons that people thrive and they have to get out of it for a bit. But this comeback is for everybody, okay? And this is going to be huge for next month, seeing the success that each of us want. So we can talk about wording. We can send wording. A lot of us have been in Messenger all day today about it. A lot of you guys have been doing the recruiting challenge. The conversations have been brought up. Now it's time to seal the deal. So we want any and all executives that ever used to do this business with you, for all the OGs that were, in this business and had executives fall out, reach out to them. Okay. Here are the deets. They just have to get 2K in the month of June. GSV, 1K of that has to be sharing. For a lot of you guys that are on this call, when you guys were running for executive, you have to get 5K as fast track or 6K in 6 months. This is massive. This is 1 month only. Show the excitement, create the FOMO, create the urgency within your organization, send the message. I promise you, these women are waiting on you. Okay, they're not going to come knocking on your door. They are waiting for you to initiate the conversations, share the excitement, and how perfectly this pairs with the lash launch coming next month. Okay, so I wanted to start with that. And I wanted to give a huge round of applause to everybody that, I look like a freaking hot mess, y'all. Sometimes when you get this big screen, you're like, whoa, it's been a day. But I just pulling off the natural look, pulled the lashes off. This is farm life, my freaking nails. It's going great, guys. I have 5 kids. It's gonna be awesome. I wanted to give a huge shout out to everyone that has participated in the Recruit Challenge. It has been a month of being freaking uncomfortable. It's been a month of, oh my gosh, should I send the messages? That I upload them to boards? That I send them to my uplines? Like lots of crazy things, but so much growth, so much excitement, so much urgency has been created in each of y'all's businesses. And I just want to say how freaking proud I am of each and every one of you that participated. Maybe you fell off for a bit. Maybe you got overwhelmed. I want to give a huge shout out for you for even participating, for you jumping into it. And a lot of girls are still in it. Tomorrow is the last day. And I will announce the winner June 1. So I will go live in Humble Hustlers announcing the winner, but I just wanted to start off with a couple announcements, just saying how excited we are for the comeback promo next month. Remember, this starts June 1, goes from June 1 to the end of June. It's for 1 month only, okay? And just how proud I am of each of you guys that have been working on the Recruit Challenge. It's not easy, but I promise you're going to see a harvest that comes from it. I know I'm already seeing it. And the iPad is up for grabs. It's going to be an iPad Pro, a Magic Keyboard, and a pen. And your girl's jealous because y'all are getting a heck of a deal. And one of you guys are going to be able to get that. So I'm super pumped to announce the winner. So let's dive right into it. Jenny Girl sent this graphic. For everyone that's on this call, if you can save it to your phone so you can look at this while we are chatting, I feel like that will be massive for you. Layla had a great idea earlier. You can print it off to be able to, like, I know a lot of us are Read Write learners. You can put it in your notebook to be able to check off each and every day. But Lash Serum is coming, okay? It's coming June 22nd. And we can't wait until June 22nd for us to have an incredible month. Whether you're a newbie on this call, whether you're an OG, this call is for you. We want to talk about tonight how you can maximize your month as quickly as possible with your mindset, how you can determine how much you want to make next month, how you can determine the GSV you're going to do. All these things start with right now. You need a plan. So whether you're a newbie, you're a couple weeks in, or you're an OG, please, please, please send your coach a text. Do not wait for your coach to knock on your door. This is your business. Take ownership, send them a text, set up a call, and figure out what your game plan is going to be for June to maximize your results. We cannot wait. Okay. What you do now will echo into June, and it's going to set you up for months to come. So let's go into it really quick. Gotta pull up my graphic really quick. A lot of us have been, doing the recruit challenge. For me personally, I'm not stopping at the end of May. I'm continuing to ask every single day in June. I'm also going to ask for 3 referral asks every single day. And I'm going to continue sending my pearls daily to my coaches. That's not just, a 1 week thing, a 1 month thing. I need eyes on my business for them to tell me, hey, Liz, this is great. Hey, Liz, let's focus on this. Are you doing those things? If you're not, totally okay. Start now. Start tonight. Start tomorrow. Do not wait until June 1. Do not wait until June 22nd, or you will miss the boat. And I do not want any of you guys on this call to miss the boat. So this June checklist, shout out to Kimmy G. She created this. It's phenomenal. This is for anybody. So let's start with the newbies real quick. Okay. She's walking us through how to have an incredible month with the lash launch. Okay. And it checks off every single day. And so for me, I'm a read, write learner. I'm going to print this off and I can check it every single day in my notebook. For a lot of you guys are tech savvy. You can save this to your phone. You can add check mark emojis. There's lots of different ways you can do this, but I love how broken down this is, how simple it is. And think of this as a roadmap in your business. You get to determine what you want to do in your business. Don't let this overwhelm you. All of us are on different paths. All of us have different goals in this business. What is your outcome going to be in June? Because I promise you, if you have a plan and you're in communication with your coaches, you will succeed. If you fly by the seat of your pants and you're hoping and praying and crossing everything in your body that June is going to take off, you will fail and it will not be what you want. So please learn from my mistakes, learn from my past. I'm coming up on 5 years in this business. Make a plan, create the urgency, and you're going to see massive results. So let's say you're a newbie in this business. This is just giving you a simple guide of what to look at. And eventually we'll get you guys have had, a lot of y'all have the lash launch board. If you don't, get with your coaches, you can get that. But it's just talking about daily. Have you posted a lifestyle post today? Have you done an engagement? Have you posted about the business? Have you engaged with 75 non-Nu Skin friends? Maybe you're on here and you're like, what does that mean? Again, each of us are at different stages in our business. For me, I have a list of non-negotiables. Everyone in this business, whether you are new or old, should have a non-negotiables, especially for the month of June, that you're communicating with your coach of what you feel like in the hours of day. Say you have a couple hours to work this business. This is what you can commit to. I'm going to engage with 75 friends every single day. I'm going to post 2 times personally on my public page. I'm going to add 25 friends. I'm going to commit to gaining my customer base. We're going to go into that in just a minute. I'm going to commit to asking for X amount of referrals a week. And here we go. She breaks down, how to maximize your pay ASAP. Maybe you're looking at this and you're like, man, I've never sold a 19 pack of Tanner. If you're a newbie, I don't know if I can do that. Okay, let's shoot for 7 the first week. Again, these are just giving you guys options. This is a roadmap. It's going to be different for every single person on this call. There's no reason we cannot thrive next month with this kind of strategy. It's you taking the time to figure out how much time can I commit in my business every single day? What am I willing to sacrifice? Because I promise you, months like June are not every single month. If you want this launch to change your life, what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to go all in next month for? And what can you commit to on this list? Pick some things, get with your coach, strategize, and they'll be like, I think that's great. Or, hey, let's add a couple things, or let's take away a couple things. But a lot of this covers the very basic fundamentals you need to do in your business to have success. It's teaching you how to start asking people from the very get-go to join this business with you. That wasn't my story. A lot of us are different. We have girls right off the gate start recruiting. That might not be where you're at right now. So let's focus on something else. Maybe it's shout outs. Maybe you want to grow your customer base. So we're going to focus on referrals next month, or we're going to focus on your branding. There's lots of different things that we can focus on, but for the newbies on this call, get with your coach. She will know you best. She'll know the plan of attack, and you will do phenomenal things in June. For the OGs on here, there is no excuse for you to not blow June up. Okay. You've been in this business long enough. Put the excuses to the side and figure out, how much money do you want to make next month? How many people are you willing to help? How uncomfortable are you willing to get? And how much time can you commit to? You look at this list and knock it out. A lot of this can be, you might look at this and be like, holy crap, I don't know if I can do this. You can. It is a mindset thing. Set a daily point goal that you want to accomplish every single month and watch the magic happen. But by you doing your non-negotiables every single day, you getting in the rhythm of, okay, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to post, I'm going to get my engagements in, I'm going to get my ads in. Y'all know I love the timer method. How much time are you willing to commit to your business? And I promise you, you will see massive things. You will see magical things happen in your business because you are consistent. Now that I've been doing this challenge for 30 days in a row, I've created a new habit. I don't go to bed unless I've talked to somebody about the business. Do you feel that way? Are you excited to talk to other people about this business? Are you excited to promote these products? Guys, people are watching. Okay. So again, huge shout out to Kim. I thought it was amazing what she came up with, this graphic. I love how simple, I love how easy it is. And it's a roadmap. You pick the direction you want to go in your business. You check the boxes of what you want to do, what you want to accomplish. Maybe you want to add some new things. We've got some great different angles we're going to cover tonight, but I just wanted everyone to have this graphic, print it out, save it to your phone. The biggest key though is getting in touch with your coach ASAP and making a plan. If you do not have a plan by June 1, you're going to plan to fail. I'm just going to be honest with you. You cannot just pray and hope that everything works out. You need a plan of direction. You need clarity. You need to create the urgency in your own business, and you're going to see massive things happen. So I'm going to give it off to Jenny Girl, and she's got some great tips for us.
Hello. Okay. I don't know if I can, I'm going to add spotlight. Okay. So, I wanted to chat about referrals, and because we're about to come up to the biggest launch that for me, 4 years, Lizzie, 5 years, the biggest launch we have ever experienced, and referrals are going to be key. Okay. And the reason for that, and we always talk about the referrals, and I always hear girls say, well, I've never had one blow up. I've never had one that I've just gotten all these sales from. I have had in 4 years, probably 5 that have been absolute blow up referrals in all my time, right? But my other referrals, I've gotten ones and twosies sales from them, right? So we're going to try to pivot our thought away from, yes, it's a sale, but I want you to pivot that thought away of, even if you get one sale from a referral, sorry, my son's coming in here. Even if you get one sale from a referral, you are gaining a whole new customer. And if you focus on asking those recruit ask, and instead of just like, obviously you want the sales, but look at it on a more of a customer base on this. Your goal is to gain a new customer from this referral. And chances are with a referral, that's how I've gotten out of Oklahoma, because I live in Oklahoma, but that's how I've gotten out of Oklahoma, is from the referrals. So if you shoot, and everybody's number is going to look different. I think we all need to play with it and decide what we want. But maybe look at it as, this week, I want 3 new customers that have never, ever, ever purchased from me, ever. Okay. But if you just get one, you get 5 referrals up this week and you get 1 sale, you just gained 1 customer. Okay. If you get 1 customer a week, a brand new customer, you have 52 customers by the end of the year. That's a lot. In my 4 years, I don't know what the math is, can't math it. It's really not even hard math, but it's massive. It's huge. And you have to look at it as, I want that new customer. I want that 1 customer, or maybe I want that person that's asking for information, because they tend to always buy the next product that you see. So to stop looking at those referrals as that flopped or that flopped. Oh, it only got one sale. You gained a whole new customer that's going to purchase your lash serum, LumiSpa, all the things, because you know, once you get them on one thing, they love everything. And with this new lash launch, Layla, I did not do the math, but with this new lash launch, imagine if before the launch, you push to have 20 new customers that have never purchased before, ever. They're going to be ready for the lash launch when you put that out. They're already customers. So set yourself up to look at these referrals and these referral asks as brand new customers, and it changes things. And I was telling Lizzie, I was like, I think for me, I think that it really, 5 new customers for me would be massive. It's going to be hard. It's going to be challenging, but maybe if I get these referrals up and I don't get sales on them, I might have to do more to get those 5 customers. So setting a customer goal is what I wanted my team to do. It's what I want to do, instead of just waiting for that referral to blow up, because they do blow up. They do. Trust me, they do. But it's not going to be like that for everyone every single time. Celebrate that one, because it's a brand new customer, and that's 52 customers a year. If you have one sale from a referral a week with a brand new customer, 52 new customers. That's a lot.
So the math was, when she told me that, when she was like, just in a conversation that we were having, she said, if you can focus on getting one new customer a week, that's like pretty like doable. One new customer in a week. If you're doing the bare minimum and you get one new customer a week, that's 52 customers a year, right? Because there's 52 weeks in a year. Okay. So then I started playing around with the numbers, and there's 18 tubes in a bulk of lash serum. 18 times 3 is 54, whatever. So if you sold a lash serum to one new customer, I mean, obviously I'm saying, like, if you did this for an entire year and got 54 new customers or 52 new customers, that's essentially 3 lash serums, which is $1,700 in retail profit in your pocket. So, I mean, like, just starting to shift your perspective from changing it. And that for me is like, what if you guys were on the Thursday night call this last Thursday, I co-hosted The Standard with Abby Gibson, and we just kind of touched on referrals, and I was sharing with her how I had a complete like mindset shift when it came to referrals. Exactly what Jenny was saying, that it's no longer about, like it used to be, how many sales can I get? Or I'd be upset if I only sold one toothpaste off a referral. But instead, I was forgetting that one person who bought a toothpaste joined my group. She did a referral for me, and then she bought the tanner, and then she bought a LumiSpa, and then she invited 5 people to my group, and then they bought a tanner. And you see how it keeps going and going. And so it's just changing your mind shift to, the reason why I'm doing this referral is because I have to grow my customer base. Because if you're not growing your customer base, your business is going to stop. Because yes, it's great that a lot of us probably have very loyal customers that purchase month after month. Maybe they're on subscriptions, whatever. But after a while, I mean, that's not what's going to grow your business. Those new customers are. And so that for me has been the biggest shift, is that right now I am, what is that, like that Lizzie always says, we have to be the hunter. I am in full blown hunter mode right now. I am trying to find all the new customers that I possibly can before this lash serum launches, because it's a 3-month product. And if I go sell 5 bulks, awesome. That's $5,000 in my pocket, or whatever the math is in my pocket. I go sell 5-10 bulks of lash serum. That's wonderful. My June and July paycheck's going to be awesome. But then what's August going to look like, and September and October? So, I mean, that's why continuing to try to grow our customer base is going to be huge. So, and then a little bit to touch on the executive comeback promo. This is something I am very, very passionate about, because it is truly why I am still doing this business. Some of you guys have heard my story. I'm not going to tell it. I quit and I came back, and everyone likes to say, oh, Layla is the comeback queen. But it was this exact same promo. It was the executive comeback promo that Nu Skin did. It was October 2019. That was the last time they had this promotion, guys. So don't sit on this right now. If you've got old executives, I'm sorry if you're brand new and this is totally over your head, but if you have been in this business and you have had an executive at one point, please reach out to them. The one thing that Lizzie was so great that even when I quit on her, she poured everything into me and I quit on her and she still never burned a bridge. She could have been so mad at me, but she didn't burn a bridge with me. She reached out when she heard about this comeback promo and said, hey girl, if you want to come back as an executive, all you have to do is do your 2K and you can be an exec again. She was very it wasn't like she was all up, whatever, she was just very cool about it. Wasn't all up in I don't know what I'm trying to say. You guys get it. But she was just, treat people the way you want to be treated. She treated me like a person, hey girl, if you ever thought about coming back, and all up in my grill. Yeah. So I don't know why I was wanting to say that, but anyway, I'm very passionate about this exec comeback promo because it's the exact one that I did. I did my 2K in October and I was an executive again, and I've never looked back since. And I quit on her, and this is now my full-time job. I have stayed at home with my baby since day one. So you never know who needs this. I don't know what made Lizzie reach out to me, but I'm so glad she did, because that text that she did in October 2019 completely changed the entire trajectory of my life and of my family's life. So I had to get off my, whatever that's called, my pedestal,
Real quick, I wanted to add, you said, I don't know what made her reach out to me. This is when it's crucial to know your people, okay? To have real conversations with them, because I knew, y'all, Layla was making baller money at this accounting job, and she was cheap as probably the cheapest person I've ever met, which I love. But she would not get a Lumi Spa. We would have multiple conversations. She'd never seal the deal. And I would be questioning myself, dang, maybe I just can't sell a Lumi Spa. I don't know. But I remember how much she wanted a Lumi Spa. Do you know your people? Do you know what makes them tick? Do you know what they want? I knew she wanted a Lumi Spa. I knew she had never bought one. I knew she was the cheapest person I had ever met, which more power to her. But that's the angle I went. And I treated her like a person. And it was massive for her. And she loved that. She appreciated that I remembered, number one, that I shared the info with her, and it never felt spammy. It never felt like I was blowing her up or bothering her, but her life looks completely different because I didn't make it about me. I made it about her. So when you guys are sending these messages, when you're sending the OG comeback messages, or maybe the newbies, as long as you don't make it about you, I promise you're going to see your harvest, just like Layla has seen and so many others in the comebacks. Keep your focus on that and you will see massive things. And you're going to get people that ignore you. You're going to get people that might tell you no. Just keep rolling with it, because you never know when this opportunity could completely bless and change someone's life. And because of that, your girl earned 2 Lumi Spas that month. What did you even end up doing with the extra one?
She probably sold it and made some money.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, girl.
What's so funny is Lizzie even offered to pay for half of it, and then I could pay her back. She was gonna do her own payment plan with me, and I was like, because I think they were $199 our cost at the time, right? I don't even think it was $159 yet. And she was like, I'll pay $100 if you pay the $99, and then you can just pay me back the other half next month. And I was just like, no, I'm good. I don't know, guys. I'm just saving my money.
Hey, Lizzie, can you explain real fast for what the comeback promo, just real fast, so there's no confusion for people that maybe they are running for exec, but they're not exec yet.
Yes.
So you understand that it's a exec comeback.
Okay, so it is an exec comeback only. This is for people that have been executive previously in the business, not for people that are running for executive currently. These are for OGs. These are for people that have been in the business in the previous months that have fallen off. This is for them. This is for 1 month only. It starts June 1st. There's a form that they will have to submit their LOI. We have a special link for that we can drop on Humble Hustlers page. It goes from June 1st through June 30th. Let's say right now that I have a comeback girl that is about to LOI. It does not matter. Okay. She still will have to fill out the form next month. Because think about it. Say I got a new girl this month, not a new girl, an OG girl, come back, ready to do the business. She's almost hit her 1K. Normally, Most people have to hit 5K in 3 months or less, or 6K in 6 months. Yes, it kind of sucks that she's already done 1K. That's okay. Finish the month strong so she can make retail profit. Focus on that because we still want to finish May strong. But next month, all she has to do is 2K. Y'all, 3K is way better than 5K. So I know sometimes the timing of this is like, well, dang, I wish I would have known. Get over it. It's fine. It'll start in June. It's going to be great. It's going to change a lot of lives. But again, this is for only people that were in the business, that were executive, not that were in qualification and fell out. They had to have hit executive. They have fallen out. This comeback is for them. The key is 2K total in GSV will have to be accomplished in the month of June only, June 1st through June 30th. 1K of that has to be sharing. So as leaders on this call, you have to make sure you give them the right direction in sharing that member account, placing certain orders so that they don't have to go over their volume limit to get more volume. So I just want to make sure, let's see, Heather Russell said, what if they were with a company years ago and were exec, but the person they signed up under no longer is in the business? Can they sign up again under someone new and still do the comeback incentive? Absolutely.
Yes,
And
there's a form that you have to fill out,
Yes.
Heather, to switch sponsors. If they were, yes, to answer your question, yes, there's just a form. So I'll
Yeah.
send it.
Perfect. And that's massive because the last promo, they did not let people switch. So again, Nu Skin is listening to us. Before, whoever that executive was under, that's who they had to stay under. No longer are they doing that. They're letting us choose where that executive is going, which is, again, it's just freaking massive. So I will send in the chat what I've been sending to girls. A lot of these girls I've had conversations with earlier in the month because of this challenge. Today, I was just sealing the deal with a lot of them. So we can send in the chat what we've been sending, or if others on this call have been sending messages, please share that word tracking. Again, this is for reaching out to people that have been in the business before, that was an executive that could come back. Julie Treats, if they come back and hit 2K next month before Last Serum launches, are they able to get commission pay too once they hit exec next month, or does that start in July? Yes, the goal is to hit by the 21st.
Yep.
Girl, I'm on it.
I was just about
like,
to come in and say yes, but it has to be by the 21st, or they could do it in the 14th. They just have to hit it by the 7th, the 14th, or the 21st in order for them to start earning commission for the next part of the month.
Yep. And think about it like this. A lot of us are like, hey, we want to maximize week 1, week 2, definitely before end of week 3. You want to hit as much volume as you can so you can get max payout when this Last Serum launches. Guys, the more people you help, the more people you serve, the quicker you are to getting to that goal. Okay, that counts for your block goal, towards your GSV goal, everything. You're helping other women win while you win. And I cannot stress enough, and we'll open it up for questions here in just a minute. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen people, whether it be the recruit challenge or the referral challenge or the executive comeback, where people put all their eggs in their basket and they put their non-negotiables to the side. They don't do their pearls. They're not asking for recruits. They're not asking for referrals. They think, okay, I'm good. I'm just so overwhelmed. I've got so many people going. I'm going to focus on them and it'll help me. But you know what ends up happening is that a lot of those girls don't do what they say they're going to do. And that leader is now not where she wants to be. So I cannot stress enough. A lot of us on this call come from different backgrounds. Y'all, indigestion is real. I'm sorry. Come from different backgrounds. We might stay home. We might work full time. We might have different jobs, but we all have 24 hours in the day. You have to prioritize what you can do in this business, okay, to not fall off. And so I just want to stress that as leaders, make sure that you've done your non-negotiables, you've done your pearls, you've done your ask, you've planned out whatever you need to plan out, then go coach your team, or then go send the messages. Don't lose sight of what you want to accomplish next month and then go serve others. Don't put all your eggs in this basket of the exec comeback promo. It's amazing. We pray these girls come back. We pray they thrive. But they could be here for a season. We love those girls. We need those girls. A lot of us were those girls and we came back. But you hear what I'm saying here. There's got to be clarity in what do you want to accomplish next month? How much money do you want to make? Maybe it's trip points you're running for. Maybe it's a certain paycheck you want to hit. Maybe it's a certain goal that you want to help. You will be the best leader by leading by example, and people will follow that. I cannot stress it enough. Do not put all your eggs into one basket and just fall to the wayside. So, okay, we are sending.
Okay, quick thing.
Yeah.
I along with all of this, the big thing is too, I had a lot of executives fall out because they were hesitant on volume. They were scared of goals. There were just all of these like hesitations to what they were experiencing, what they were doing. And so before I knew of this promo coming back for executives, I just started having conversations. Hey, we're having the biggest lash launch. You can make $500+. Every single person I talked to prior, almost 17 executives were like, we want to just sell lash. I'm like, okay, sounds good. Now that we have this, it's another thing in your tool belt to bake the cake and be able to help people succeed. So don't sleep on it.
So good. Do not sleep on this, guys.
So I never, because I kind of like interrupted my own self whenever I was talking, but when we were talking about like building your customer base, I did want to mention a few other ways how you can grow your customer base besides just referrals. Obviously, we know that's like the number one way. But some other ways that you can do this is whenever you're doing your product posts on your public page, to be tagging people. I know that we know a lot about doing this, but that really does work. And being intentional about doing it. So we're tagging people that have said they were interested, who have bought. We're tagging people who maybe have really good social medias, like they have a good following. Because obviously when you tag someone, it shows up on their wall. And so you kind of get access to their friends list. So I can't tell you how many times that I have gotten a customer because they saw a post from when I tagged someone. For me, I also really like to tag my husband because he's from a small town. And so I've gotten people from just like tagging Ryan. So if you've got people like that, or even like tagging someone that lives in like another state, that's also another way. For those that have a VIP group, when you do a grow the group incentive, that is a way that you're obviously getting new customers into your group. Do you find people get upset if you tag them and it shows up on their wall? I haven't. I know that it's, I mean, I truly, and knock on wood, I don't want that to happen, but I truly have never had anyone tell me, please don't do that. I know that it's happened before because I have talked to a few of you where you've said, hey, whatever. But so if that happens, I just untag them and I make sure not to. The biggest thing I think is you have to make sure that you're not tagging the same people over and over and over, because one, they're going to get annoyed, and their people are already like, they've already seen your post if you've tagged them once or twice. So just make sure that you're changing it up every time. So even if you're like posting, yes, a warm tag, what a great way to say that. You're tagging someone who has maybe shown interest, or someone who's bought the product or whatever. So just being super intentional with that. And again, if they do get upset, just say, oh, I'm sorry, I thought that this was a product that you were interested in, or I was tagging friends that I know that love this product, or whatever. And then I just like go untag them and, you know, whatever. So again, growing the group, if you have a VIP group, doing an incentive for people to add their friends to your group, that's a huge way to grow your customer base. You do want to make sure that you're tagging people in the actual post. If you tag them in the comments, only they're going to see the comment. So if you tag them in the actual post, Laurel, then that's how like their friends will see it. So growing the group will help tremendously. And then going live on your public page, it doesn't even have to be about a product. How many times have you guys, I know Ashlyn Bright is like so good at this. She'll like post, I don't know, a funny meme or something, and she'll get like tons of likes, but then she gets like tons of shares. So whenever like you're getting a lot of shares, or like maybe they'll have, you guys ever posted something funny and then one of your friends will tag one of their friends because they want them to see it? Or like think about how many times you've tagged a friend in something like on Instagram because it reminded you of them. So this is kind of the same idea, that if you're going to go live on your public page about something like, do you have a life hack? Do you have something, like it can be about the product, but share about something, or go live about something that you're getting a lot of interest. and people can start, like, maybe they'll start tagging, make sure your live is on your public page. But if it's something that generates a lot of interest, people are going to start tagging theirs. Maybe it'll get shared, whatever. Jill is a great example of doing when she does reels and it gets shared by other people, more people are finding her page. So it's sort of the same idea. I'm not saying you have to do a reel, but just even going live on your public page, if it's about something funny, or if you have a really great life hack, it's just another idea, of way of, building the like, no trust, but also, maybe they'll tag someone that'll kind of like get more eyes on your page. So her reels are so entertaining, but nobody wants to see me climbing on top of a dining room table singing to a Coyote Ugly song. Only Jill Clark can pull that off. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch her latest reel.
Hold on. I have something on lives. When you're doing a live, you need to have a catchy title and an action step in the live title. The reason being is because so many times we like hop on live and we're like telling about our day, but then we don't have any like comments, we don't have any like anything happening. So always have an action step and always have a catchy title. Like today I did a whole live in my group about, are we still trying to go rescue Britney from Jamie Spears? Like literally, like anything, tell a story, be a storyteller, like make it catchy and make sure you have a call to action on it.
I love that. That's such a good idea. And I always forget to do stuff like that. But I did do it one time and it like worked in my product group. I know that Lizzie Brown has even done that before when she was like giving away, like she was going to tell the gender of her baby, or she said something like, I have a secret, and a million people jumped on, but it was like not even about the gender, but everyone thought it was going to be. So
Yeah.
doing like a catchy title or whatever is really, really smart.
Yeah, that live challenge we did, that helped so many of us grow our following and just give us a lot of confidence. All right, let's open it up to questions. Does anybody else have any questions about, I know we covered a lot on this call, and obviously we don't want to forget today's May 30th. There's still a lot of time to do big things. Figure out what you guys are wanting to accomplish by tomorrow. Okay. And a lot of it's going to be working multiple angles, posting in your product group, getting a post up in your public page, working Messenger, working your stories. Maybe you're asking for referrals. Maybe you set a referral goal and you want to grow your customer base by X amount by tomorrow. Or maybe you're going live. There's so many different ways you can do this, but guys, the key to success for June is you getting uncomfortable, asking for referrals so you can grow your customer base, asking for recruits, you tracking your pearls every single day. You figuring out what your non-negotiables are, and you're going to reap a harvest. You're going to hit a GSV number you've never hit before because you're being so intentional, but the consistency has got to be there. Life is busy. Trust me, I get it. I'm pregnant with my 5th baby. Anything can happen in the next 8 weeks. I'm praying we don't have Teddy at this launch in June, but are you ready? Knock out your stuff earlier in the day. Figure out what income producing tasks that you want to focus on by month end, so you're carrying those habits into June.
So for those who jumped on, oh, I was just gonna say, for those I know a few, yes, I missed the beginning. This checklist, if you scroll up in the chat, I tried to keep sending it over and over because people were hopping on late. But I also put it in Humble Hustler Execs. I put it in, I can put it in the Facebook group too, but Kim Gabrish made this checklist. And so this is for the 1st through the 7th of June. She also made one for week 2, week 3, and week 4. But in it, so it's basically going through your pearls, posting 3 times a day, making sure you're engaging, doing your adding, things like that. But then she's also breaking down exactly how you can maximize by the 7th. Obviously, I mean, this is just giving you a huge, big picture. It's not meant to overwhelm. So if you are newer to the business, I mean, use this as a guide to pick and choose what to work on. And it breaks it down by how many you would need to sell to get XYZ points. If you are someone who is very experienced, push yourself to do more than this, or to make sure that you're hitting it by the 7th instead of just the 14th. So again, we'll have another checklist for week 2, week 3, and week 4. But if you guys want to print this out, I print it out. I don't know why it's so small on my paper. I don't know how to use my printer. But you can print it off or you can just keep it on your phone and be able to check off, but it has it for each day of week 1. And like I said, it breaks down exactly what products you would need to sell. And it's just a guide. It's no different than the calendar that they put out every month. You guys know what sells really well for you, but it's even sharing, you know, exactly how many bulks of each, how many points that adds up to, and things like that. So what questions do we have?
Real quick, Meg Neely, I'm going to call you out, but I was over there today. Does anybody have any travel plans or tournaments with their kiddos or whatever in June? Being that this is like the biggest. Okay, Layla does. Meg is going to Belize for her daughter's, her graduation gift. This bucket list trip. She has planned before. She is scheduling her post. This is something we all that we've been here for a long time know that those are the things that we got to do. But be prepared if you have a tournament on the weekend or you know that you've got something coming up, be prepared, schedule those posts. I mean, she's on it. And I know Gemma's on it. I know Layla's on it, but those things are really, really helpful. So you don't feel burnt out and stressed when you're on your trip. Do it ahead of time. Know that you've got your group posts going. Stories are easy to go do when you travel, and just making sure you don't lose that momentum because of the launch. So I just wanted to give her a huge shout out.
I will say this. I told Lizzie today I closed $2,000 in sales over the weekend by just sharing my link and everything I did. Like literally I put it everywhere. And people are watching. Like you can say it's a slow month, you can say whatever it is, but people are watching at every step. I got stopped at church by 4 different people that were like, when is the last serum coming out? Like, we see you have it, like asking all the questions. So guys, be very intentional on where you're putting links, where, like, get them in your stories, get them in your, like, everywhere. Nowhere is too much. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes, Devin, if you are a digital creator not everyone is, I know people have pros and cons with it. I am, and I do have that option to schedule on our public page. But I know before a lot of us had that option, we just would create a post, save it to our Facebook, like save it as a draft, or you could save it to your notes. So that way you can just copy and paste real quick. There's a lot of full-time girls on this call that work a full-time business and they do Nu Skin on the side. And so the way I look at motherhood is, what can I do now to set me up for success for the day? The same mentality has got to be done in this business. What can I do right now? What initiative can I take right now to help me have a successful day in this business? You creating these posts ahead of time in your notes, or knowing each day what plan of attack you're going to do, you're going to see that success. Oh, Jen, that's a great idea too. She said you can create your own board with your post for the week. I love that. I have a creator profile and can't schedule. Erin, that's interesting. I haven't heard of that.
I want to say Carrie doesn't have it either. So it might just be what they rolled out to, how they roll out. Some people get it, some people don't.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I would go the board route or the notes route, because I know that's worked for a lot of people.
I do what you said, and I save it as a draft. And then I just go hit post. Because here's the thing, even if you schedule it, you still have to remember to go in and boost it. Because I really do believe that, that helps. So.
Absolutely. I use an app called Later.
I have a question about that really quickly. If y'all don't mind. I've noticed the last couple of times, if you click in the box, like where it says, what are you thinking? Or what's on your mind or whatever, it allows you to schedule. But if you click up where you drop it down to the plus and you can do reel or whatever, it doesn't let you schedule. And I have a creator account. So I have noticed that. So whoever that was, you might try that. But the other thing I noticed over the weekend, because I was trying to do them and not work the entire weekend, when you say schedule, it gave me very specific times that it thinks it's good, right? And that's it. I did not have an opportunity to roll the time like it used to do. So I don't know. That's why I asked about the Meta, because I'm wondering if they've moved that to Meta.
So you do. It's kind of tricky though, because I noticed that this weekend too, because I scheduled some posts and it showed me, I want to say it was like a Friday. I was looking at, or Saturday. It was Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
They gave me options at Saturday at 7 and Sunday at 7. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, like it's Friday. I need to post tonight.
Exactly.
Well, above it had a button that said Friday. If I clicked that button, then it had the scroll where I could pick the time, the date, etc. It's just kind of weird because they don't highlight it. So it's kind of tricky. So look at
Okay.
that next time. Like
Okay.
maybe look at it when we get off the call and let me know if that worked. But I actually
I
noticed
thought you were
that.
talking about the supplement. I was like, I don't know what that has to do with lash serum, but yeah, I take it. Why? What's up?
Wait. Oh, that.
You said
Oh
take what you
no,
said.
I'm
I'm like,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm so sorry. I meant.
Lizzie obviously.
I know what you meant, girl, and I'm the blonde here. There's clearly
No, I meant MetaSuite because I don't know. Like my boyfriend uses it all the time, and I've never used it because I get in there and it looks.
Oh, I've never even heard of that. Huh.
Oh, it's a whole MetaSuite thing you use to post, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, his daughter uses it to do all his social media posts, and she's like 23 and social media savvy, but it's a different app. So I was just wondering if anybody was using it.
That sounds kind of complicated. I just like simple. I like the schedule
too.
better when you can find it. So let me know after this call if you find it. But I noticed that on Friday actually. So
So you said, so it says publish now, and then it says schedule. And if you click the schedule button, it gives you those little rectangles that have
the
this.
2 or 3 days with
Yeah.
the time 7 o'clock, like it's going to be different for all of us. And when
Mhm.
our audience is on, right
Right.
above that though, it's unhighlighted and you'll see a day, and you can scroll down the time. It doesn't
Okay.
look like it though, because it's not highlighted.
Okay.
They kind of do it tricky, but I don't know
Okay.
if they want you posting so far in advance or what, but I figured
Got
a way. around it. Yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
you're welcome. Who
Um,
else?
I was just gonna say on this checklist, also something that I thought was really good is that Kimberly made sure that all the products that she chose were all like very seasonal like products. Tanner, Dramatic Effects, Body Butter, Polishing Bars, Toothpaste, Lumi, New Biome. So they're all really good, like high seasonal products too. So that's also something to kind of think about. And you guys are gonna know what like sells best for you guys. But for those that like just need like a game plan,
Yeah.
this is just amazing.
And I know that Jill's new girl, Tana, I don't know if she's on this call. She did 5 rounds of the 10-pack of Dramatic Effects, the firming lotion that we have. She sold 50. She is rocking and rolling in this business. If I had a girl that was thriving in one area, keep rolling with that product. Like I cannot stress enough, just like what Layla said, this is a roadmap. This gives you options. This isn't the end all be all, especially if you're a newbie and you're like, man, I don't have some of these products or I've never shared about them. Stick with what's working. This is where you getting aligned with your coach, figuring out a game plan before June 1 to attack every single day. You bumping the threads of, hey, this is working, this isn't working. What do you suggest? Instead of hiding in a closet, shivering because you're freaking scared that this month isn't not going. That's okay. You got to reach up. But I cannot stress enough. There's so many girls that have that one product right now or the 2 products that are like massive. And she hasn't even done shout outs yet. So I can't imagine when she does shout outs, what it's going to do for her business. If you truly do the system, you're going to be having new customers come in all the time. Multiple exposures are queen. Is the Lash Launch Board posted on Social Queens or HH, or has it been shared yet? Looking at the checklist. Yes, it's posted in Social Queens. Get with your coaches, Megan. We can send you the board in our text. Just bump it and we can make sure you have it. I know there's a couple going around right now.
Well, our Queens one is in Social Queens, and you know, she has that post that's like pinned to the top. And I just got like a notification the other day that Kim sent it there. And we also have a lash serum coaching playbook, which has also been put in the board. So for new people who come on during the lash serum, you can take them through the lash serum the lash serum playbook. I think that's all. That's all.
I've had a couple people ask me, when are we actually going to start posting like the before and afters and all of that kind of stuff? 'Cause
Perfect
they're like,
question. Laurel, you're on it tonight.
We were supposed to even say that. I totally forgot.
well, because they're sitting here messaging me right now.
Yeah. No, I love it. So we decided as a team with our uplines that we are going to start talking about it And we agreed earlier, we can start sharing about it, right, Layla, Jen, and stories for those that don't have a product group.
Yeah.
June 1st, not before June 1st. Keep it fair across the board. It's huge to get connected so we are all on the same playing field. We're going to start sharing about it June 1st on our product group pages, building your pre-order list. If you don't have a product group, do your stories. There are multiple angles you can run with this. You can get in Messenger. We're going to start posting about it on the 8th on our public page. Again, I cannot stress enough. It does not launch until the 22nd. That gives you 21 days. What volume producing activities? That is why we're going over this checklist. That's why we're giving you multiple options to accomplish your goals. Build your pre-order list, build the relationships, get referrals rolling, and tag this onto every single sale. I don't know if you saw my post about last year, but it's coming. Like, throw a little snippet and people will buy it. Just make sure it's not the end all be all focus in the first 21 days. There's a lot of ways to drop bombs and drop seeds. People are following.
Can you explain why we want newbies that don't have a group, why you want it in their stories? And can you explain that since that's not a volume producing, we want to make sure they have something volume producing? And same for execs as well, why you want it in your group?
Right. Yeah, so a lot of us are doing the posting cycle on our public page, and we want to make sure that the emphasis on that, especially for newbies. Stories is just another way to get eyes on your products. But we want you guys making money. We want you guys accomplishing your goals, and that's going to be done by focusing on these products like Layla was talking about, the Tanner, the New Biome, the LumiSpa, the Cellulite, all these social sellers right now, the toothpaste, whether that be on your public page or your product group. You posting about the Lash Serum right now, since we do not have access to it until the 22nd, we're not getting any volume. Okay, so you will be a sitting duck if all you're talking about is Lash Serum, Lash Serum, Lash Serum for 21 days straight, and that's all your focus. You're not making money. You're losing money. You're wasting time. So it's just finding a balance of what products am I going to focus right now that are income producing activities, that are going to help me build my customer base, that's going to help me grow in my volume, that's going to help me grow my paycheck. Therefore, when the 22nd comes out, I've had conversations, I've posted in stories, I've done the countdowns, I've talked about it every day in my product group, but I'm not just stopping there. Trust me when I say there will be months to cover the Lash Serum. They said for all the toothpaste boomers, my uplines that went through that boom, they talked about whitening toothpaste for 7 months straight. That's all they sold. They didn't sell anything else. The focus was toothpaste. Can you imagine what your business would look like if you focus on one product only for 7 months, guys? It's going to be mind-blowing. Trust your leaders, trust the system, and you will find success. Jen, do you feel like that covered it, or do you want to add anything?
No, I think that's perfect. I just wanted to make sure they understood why, if you don't have a group, why you want to put that in your story, not on your main page yet, and all that good stuff. So, and also for our execs, not focusing on necessarily that, not just that, sorry.
Perfect. Yes, Erica, I say June 1. Just again, to keep it fair, we don't want to do it early, nothing like that. Corporate's really asking us to stick to this date for us all to be on the same page. A lot of you guys know we are selling it at retail, no wholesale costs. If I see wholesale costs getting posted, I'm just going to blow you up the messenger. I'm just going to be real with you, because we want everybody making money. We want our new girls making money. We want to keep it fair across the board. And 72, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is an incredible price.
And Kimberly will have a Lash daily task board coming out June 1st. That's what it says on the checklist. I saw Ariana just ask the question, so I figured I'd put it all out for everyone too. So we have the Lash and Brow Serum board already that everybody has, that has like all the products, everything you could ever want to know. But then we have one coming out in June 1st that will actually have like daily tasks for everybody. So you are getting this like on a silver platter for you.
Yes. And this is where it pays to be connected. Okay. I get we all have busy lives. This is getting shared in 100 different directions. Stay plugged in. And I get it. I can't be on my phone all day. No, none of us can. But make sure that you have that business mentality, that you're owning your business, that you're checking in with your coach. you're checking in these team pages that's sharing all this bomb info, you're looking in Messenger, or you will fall to the wayside. And we don't want any of y'all to do that, but it's just staying in communication, just touching these groups a little bit every single day. You will have such clarity and confidence going into this launch. And that way it's setting you up for success. So, and that being said, it's 9:30. We are going to continue these calls. There's so much momentum right now. There are so many new girls that are joining this business, this team in general. And a lot of us are just seeing massive success, and we want to continue this urgency, this momentum going into June. So we are going to do a team call up until this launch every single week to make sure that we have working power hours, questions are being answered, we're still on the same pages, maybe we're attacking a different angle if something isn't working. This is when it pays to be connected. So don't wait for the recordings. Make sure you're on these working power hours, and I promise you will see massive success in your businesses. But that is it. Thank you guys for hopping on tonight. We love you guys. We're excited for what's to come in June. And just keep the excitement up, the FOMO up, the urgency up, and you're going to see massive results. Let's end May strong and get with your coaches for a game plan. Love you guys. Bye.